This is Darryl with Lee's Lawn Care and Services. It's been raining a lot these last couple of days. Man, look at this. Look at this, man. Oh my God, I gotta get over. They got shit in the road. I don't want to pop a tire. Look, oh my God. Oh man, y'all gotta be careful out here. Jesus Christ. Gotta be careful, my people. Be careful, please. You live in this area, you know we've been getting a lot of rain these last couple of weeks, and we just had that storm blow through the other day, and it went all the way up to the Carolinas. I'm sorry, it went all the way up to the Carolinas, and now we're catching like we had a front or something they said was coming through, and that's what we're dealing with. And it's just been raining a lot. I mean, I was able to get out and work yesterday. Me and my son got out and worked, and we got some things done. And we was on the last yard, and we got soaked. We had to leave it. We got to try to go finish it today. And I just looked at the radar this morning, and it's pretty clear down there where I'm going. Of course, I live way across town, and it's storming over here. So I'm like, I want to say about 30 miles. I think it's 33 miles from where my stuff's at. So I'm a pretty good distance away from where I keep my stuff, and it's not raining there, and it's clear. But back home, it's storming, man. It is what it is over here at the house. So you guys see rain and all that stuff, man. Y'all got to be careful. Got to be careful out here on these streets, man. It's so easy to get out of control. Looked like he lost control and hit a wall, or hit that wall or something. You know, and the thing about a lot of cars, you know, you never know when you're going over something that fools with your stability of your car. Like sometimes I'll be driving, and if the road is really, really wet, they got this little thing that pops up that my traction control pops up, and you can feel where the car is like skidding a little bit instead of me being able to have full control of it. You know, it's kind of like skidding, so I'll slow down a little bit because I want to try to maintain, you know, control of my vehicle. And I can see how somebody could panic when that happens, when they don't have full control and smash them brakes. And once you smash them brakes in a situation like that, you're going to slide or skid or spin or whatever at that point. You know, in that situation like that, you're not supposed to panic. But guys, I've been busy. I've been working. I've been trying. You know, I'm still making decent money out here in these streets, cutting these yards, doing what I love to do. But yeah, guys, if you live in this area, man, and we deal with a lot of hurricanes every year. You know, just be careful driving. Take your time. You know, it's best to get there in one piece than to wind up there in pieces. You know, so everything's still good with the business, guys. I hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys had a great Father's Day. I did as well. I did some barbecuing, so you know that kind of worked out perfectly. I enjoy barbecuing. You know, that's my thing. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm heading in to try and get my gear so I can get started. Pick up my son. He graduated, so you know he's been working with me a lot more lately than normal. I had another guy that I hired out every now and then, and he I gave him a mower because he had a mower that he was paying for from family members. I don't understand how that goes, but it is what it is. So I gave him a mower, and shit, I haven't heard from him pretty much since I gave him that mower. I guess he's been doing his thing. So, you know, I guess that's a good thing. I think I heard from him once since it, but it's been about 3 weeks now, you know. But I guess he's doing good, man. You know, hey, it was a blessing to him to get a mower where he didn't have to pay for it. You know, I guess that was a good thing. You know, but my mower is still coming in August. Still using my son's little popcorn maker. That's still cutting these yards. You know, so continue to do that until my mower comes in. I checked on it yesterday. I went to the dealership. I spent like $70. I had to get some Black Diamond 105, the big spool. They have to order those because they don't just get those, like stock those like they stock all the other stuff. So they have to order those in. So they only order 2 spools in, and there's only me and one other guy that gets that. And hey, I love it, man. I'm satisfied with it. It's $50 for the spool, and I had to get a new head for my 3020. My son was using it in one of the backyards yesterday. He said that the top the bottom of the top just fell off. And he put it back on and he rewound it back up, and it still wasn't acting right. So I went to the dealership and got one of them, you know, as well. That was $27 for the head. Actually, I mean, $27 to me is actually cheaper, I guess, because when I used to get them from Depot, that was like $29 or $30 for the little small head. You know, that head that I have on that 3020 is a Jesus, that car is tore up too. Jesus Christ, is a 450 head, not a 400, because most of the Echo Weed Eaters now come with the 400 head. I'm sorry, and like I said, mine was a 450. So, and it's the same price. So I was pretty happy about that. You know, I thought I was going to have to pay more because it was a bigger head, and you know, I just thought that it was going to be more money, but it wasn't. So I was pretty cool with that. You know, but they put the new head on. They got the orange. I think they call it the split fire, the orange .95 in there, and it works good. You know, but I had to get used to the whistling because the Black Diamond's quiet, so I don't hear all that whistling and stuff like that. You know, it's quiet, and it cuts great. You know, and this cuts pretty good too. You know, this is doing the job. I haven't used the old orange string it's been about a year. You know, I think it's been about a year since I used the old orange string, because that's what I used to use, the .95 all the time. But this you know, the Weed Eater I have now, that 3020 is it could take the .95 or it could take a 105, and I put the 105 because it lasts just a little bit longer. You know, and I'm using the .95 in it now because I'm not gonna pull all that string out. I'm just gonna use it. As you know, makes no sense to throw that away and put the other stuff in there. So I'm gonna use that until it runs out, and then once it runs out, I'm gonna put the 105 back up in there. You know, and go with that. And I like the 105 because I can cut lines really, really good with that 105. I can cut lines good with that .95 too, but I think I use it more, but you know, it's because of the thickness, I'm sure, than I would use the 105. The 105 tends to hold up just a little bit better to me than the orange split fire or crossfire, which I think was one of them they call it, .95. But you know, it's still a good string to use if you're using it. You know, a lot of guys use .80. You know, and it says lighter and it saves the engines. Well, my take on it is this: yes, it does that, but for the high power machines that we use, you know, that stuff tears up pretty quickly. You know, and I mean, it's just like my son said it yesterday. It was night and day. He used the 266, and it cuts good, and it, you know, weed eats good. But when he was using the 3020, he was just mowing through stuff, no problem. And that's what I told him. I said, that's how you can tell the difference in the power, because you're just knocking stuff over, and it's not even a big deal. It's just going down, just getting out of the way. It's doing what it's supposed to do. And then when it broke on him and he had to use that 266, he's like, man, I gotta be like a pacifier. I gotta, you know, stay there longer and make sure I catch the stuff, you know, and that type of thing. And so definitely, I told him, I said, see, you see the difference, you know, when you're using this stuff, you know, you could see the difference. I mean, yeah, it's heavier, but it's definitely more power, and you can tell the difference when it's knocking all this stuff over, you know, versus, you know, you got to play pity pat with the trimmer, and the trimmer's working, you know, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's just that it's just not knocking the stuff over as quicker. And then if you run across some real thick patches, you know, that's when you can tell the difference, because the 30-20 just blows through that. Just, you know, thick patches or not, it's coming down, you know. So that's one of the differences when you're using a more powerful trimmer, you know. And that's what I told him. I said, I'm gonna buy another 30-20 next year just to have a backup, you know. And that's how that's gonna go. And I'm gonna keep this one, and I'm gonna get rid of my my 266. I said, so I'm gonna run all 30-20s next season. He's like, he just started laughing. Yep. So weed eater heads for me, that thing was a little over a year. So I got a little over a year out of that speed feed. I know some people get more time out of it than I got out of it, but for what I do, it lasted a little over a year, and I had to get another one. $27, not a big deal. So not a deal breaker. So if I'm spending $27 for a new head a year, you know, I'm cool with that. I know some people, heads don't last a month, you know, because you're bumping on the pavement, tearing it up. I don't bump my heads on the pavement. Very, very minimal. I bump my heads in the grass. You know, I find a good patch of grass and I bump it in there, and you know, and it works perfectly that way. I don't bump it on the cement, because you run the risk of damaging stuff on the inside really, really quickly, versus bumping it on the pavement. The pavement kind of scars it up, does some things to it. You know, like I say, in my head, that was the original head that came with it, and I definitely, hey, I got my use out of it. Last year we cut over 600 yards or whatever with that thing. So we did a lot of butchering, and then this year so far, I looked at the thing. I have over 300 invoices. That's how I could tell how many yards I cut, because all those invoices, and some of them are mulch jobs and flower jobs, but there's not a lot of those. Most of that's grass cutting jobs. So, you know, I got over 300 invoices in there. So and you know, the weed eater goes on every yard. All right, I need to slow down and let this guy go, or I could have sped up, and it's a Greyhound bus. He passing me up. I'm not going fast enough, but hey, I don't drive fast in this weather, man. I don't take the chance of getting into no accident. You know, I could, hey, have more time on my side than money. So I'm going to slow down and let these guys go, and I'm going to continue to drive at the pace I like to drive at, which is a nice grandpa pace sometimes, especially when it comes to this. And you know what, I'm happy with that. But yeah, so the weed eater primarily goes on every yard. When you think about your tools, think about what you use most. Your weed eater and your blower goes on damn near every yard. Your mowers do too, but you kind of swap them up. If you got other mowers, you use other mowers, and I swap my mowers up so they don't go on every yard. But those weed eaters and those blowers, they're on every yard, man. Every yard. I pull those things, I'm gonna get over and let them know. They got trash coming off the truck, falling off the trash truck this morning. Oh my Lord. Let me get off of here, man. Because I don't know, the vibe is just not cool, I guess. But guys, that's my time today. I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe. You know, like I said, where I'm headed, it's dry and it's not raining. It's just that I'm running over these rain clouds in the process of going to where I'm trying to go. So I'll catch you guys on the next one. You guys stay safe. I hope you had a great Father's Day. You guys stay blessed, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.